Hello everyone, welcome back. This is your reading for Monday, March 24th, 2025, of course. And as always, I'm intending for 3 cards to give us what we need to know for today. How to best use the consciousness and the energy for the day. Right there. Uh-oh, we have the Tower again. Okay, so when it happens twice in, 3 or 4 days, that means something. Now, I wouldn't worry about it at all. But it is about reformation. It is about change. It's our card for things that, well, I mean, most of all, it's the revelation of the real self breaking through. Just check out the transformative little butterflies everywhere. And this is, it seems like it's sudden, but we got this card already. We had this card for a few days ago. So I would, it's possible that it's something that came through in dream time. And it helps you make a change to move forward because we have the 6 of Swords. This is moving forward from the challenges of the past. And with the Ace of Wands, this is our card for, go for it. This could also relate to immigration and seeing the truth of what's going on out there. And maybe wanting to help and make a change, but personally, just on a personal level for us, I would say we can count on the fact with the 6 of Swords. Now, first of all, I should rewind a little bit and say, don't take any of these cards on as absolute, this is the way it is and things are going to happen, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I'm human. I can draw the wrong cards. And the only thing I can promise with these readings is that I'll give you the card meanings. So take it with a grain of salt. But we're learning about the cards, right? The cards are teaching us about life. So 6 of Swords, usually when this card comes through, I think in terms of, it's a little bit of it's definitely a transition. And we might not like it, but we have to go through it. It's our card for a rite of passage. It's ruled by Mercury in the sign of Aquarius. So it's thinking about freedom, thinking about the big picture, thinking about networking, thinking about collecting ourselves together so that we can create more opportunities to individuate. So, yeah, but it can be disruptive, because we are talking Aquarius, and it can be detached from the heart, and that's why we're moving away. So I don't know what the what the change is about. The Tower is definitely change. But it doesn't have to be disaster, and it doesn't have to be, unless it's like, something breaking down in your home that releases a lot of water, like a dishwasher leak or something like that, would be, that's a possibility. But it's also very, very possible that it's just your real self breaking through, and you can't stay back at the old way anymore where the water's too choppy. You're moving away from people that are always in emotional reaction, and they're yelling at you to get your attention or to control you, or they're putting you down in order to try and control you. Any bit of narcissism, forget about it. Like, no, you're not doing that anymore. Because you can't. When the Tower comes through, your real self is out there, and now you know where you stand and who they are, and they know who you are, most of all. And with the Ace of Wands, yeah, don't mess with that, because this is being in your power. The Ace of Wands is our premier card for inspiration and new creation, new beginnings, full of all the pure potential. Definitely goes with all the Aries energy. Well, any fire sign. So let's look at the astrology. Oh, we have the moon conjunct Pluto this morning. So the cards kind of make more sense now. Well, and the moon is still opposing Mars, but it's a waning, it's, the aspect isn't as strong. But over the last 24 hours, of course, it picked up a lot of steam. And there was confrontation, hopefully a breakthrough. Now that the moon is, early in the morning, it's, just 1 degree away from, 2 degrees away from being in Aquarius. But as the hours go by, the moon will get really, really tight and then cross over Pluto. So the moon is our mood. The mood in Capricorn is to have control over our lives. We don't mind working hard. We have our duties and our responsibilities and our self-responsibility. Capricorn does not like being disrespected or being overlooked. And bumping up against Pluto, there's power. There could be power struggles. There could be power struggles within the dark players in government with each other. It's very, very possible here. Yeah. And you can see as time goes by, it won't be too long before we have Mars opposed Pluto, like we've already had before. I talked about that, I think, last week or week before. So yeah, those times were not easy. Not easy for people in government either, but they just keep on keeping on, and they're just trying to see. There are all these dark ones are trying to see what the mood of the public is and what they can get away with. Because remember, Aquarius wants to break the rules that were set in Capricorn. If the rules that you're living your life by are based in love and fairness and equality, then those will live on. The areas of your life where you're in integrity, yeah, you'll be tested because you're going to have to stand up for yourself. But and us empaths tend to that's one of our life tasks, is to have to learn how to have healthy boundaries, set healthy boundaries, and stand up for ourselves. So with all of these sextiles, with the moon hitting up the north node, my goodness, and Neptune getting ready to move into Aries, boy, things are going to, by the end of the month, things are really going to be different. When Neptune moves into Aries, it's going to be a whole different experience. And yeah, and then when the sun moves into Taurus, it's like, whoa, because you don't push around Taurus energy. They're grounded and they know what they want, and they want security, and they want to be faithful to their principles, and they don't like being pushed around. You don't bully a bull, right? So there's that. But Venus is working its way back towards to Neptune, and so there's still the need to make comparison values and not be victimized. That's the direction that we're all heading. And I don't know what it's going to take for some people to wake up, but sometimes they just don't wake up in one life. It just, it's always having to learn the hard way, or, the frick around and find out. So it could be that. But for us, working in the light, it's all about independence and moving forward. And we have the Sun conjunct Mercury this morning, and it will be It will be exact in there tomorrow as well. This moon conjunct Pluto, like when the moon makes it to 3 degrees of Pluto, that'll be about 2:30 p.m. Pacific time. So we have, all morning, all morning and all day. This is leading up. So it's a powerful day. I would expect a lot of news dumps, but I would also expect to see on the news I'm hoping that there were protests all weekend, because the astrology certainly looked like it. The cards did too. So anyway, we also see how Ceres has moved forward a little bit to where now it's coming into a square to Jupiter. So a little quick review on what Ceres is about. Ceres has to do with protecting our humanity and our fur babies and food and all the life cycles, transitions that women go through during their life cycle with our reproductive systems. It's related in our natal charts. It's where we can look to see what our maternal imprint was. And but as adults, we can, no matter what our maternal imprint was, we can flip that energy and learn how to best take care of ourselves and those that we love. And with the square to Jupiter, there's a tension field, but where we have opportunities to make a decision or make a lot of decisions to help us expand our minds and learn new things and learn how to communicate effectively, which is, of course, challenging with Mercury retrograde. It's easy to be misunderstood, and it's easy to misunderstand each other. So we have to give our loved ones and each other, our friends, we have to give each other the benefit of the doubt and maybe ask questions like, well, wait, I think I heard you say this. Is that what you said, or did a word get left out? Punctuation matters, and a lot of people don't use it at all, and it can make the difference. There are so many jokes online about that, like what a difference a comma makes, or a period makes. So we can be learning more and more about effective communication if we care about it. Okay, that's the strength that can come through if we're willing to do that work, because there's always work with squares. They seem to be obstacles and challenges, but they turn into strength because there's a call for action, because somebody said or did something on one side or the other, and then we're having to either stand up for ourselves or make ourselves clear or say we're sorry because oh my goodness, I didn't mean that. Here's what I really was trying to say. And then, it's okay. That's how we make friends, actually. And then we also have this semi-square here from the moon to Jupiter. So again, really getting down to what matters most. There could be detours and disruptions, and with that square and that sesquisquare, I could promise that there will be. So it's okay. Just do your best to stay in your heart, stay in your love, be sensitive and empathic, and try to give people the benefit of the doubt. What could it be like to be in their lives or their shoes, or what they're going through? Everybody's going through something, right? We all go through different things at different times. So, and then here we have, you can probably see the kite. Let's see if I do this. Notice the rudders down here at the south node, which is the past. So all these facts from the past that are coming out, and then it's connecting to the moon, so the public, and then Pluto is part of the sextile up here, but the kite is connected from Uranus and the moon. So changes, to help us be more secure and safe and solid, and we don't mind working hard for it because we really want it with Uranus and Taurus. We really want safety and security because if we don't have that, we're not stable and we can't keep building or holding on to what is comfortable, right? So with the point being up here at the North Node in Pisces, this is all about, being compassionate and trusting our intuition, allowing ourselves to feel the mystical side of life where we don't know what's going to happen, but we're still going to be sensitive to others and don't allow ourselves to be all over the place. Get ourselves focused. We've got good focusing energy here. With Virgo at the South Node, we have really good focusing energy with the Moon in Capricorn. Uranus and Taurus can be a little erratic just because, that's the nature of Uranus. Mars in Cancer can help us focus, but it is movement oriented, like if you go out for a walk, you're probably going to get the guidance, that kind of thing. Or maybe you're cooking, maybe you're vacuuming, maybe you're taking a shower, maybe you're in a hot tub, maybe you're taking a bath, anything like that. Maybe you're swimming. All those things where your mind can kind of go free, you'll get the guidance. That is very practical and very useful. I love it when that happens. But yeah, so that Sun conjunct Mercury today, that's very powerful for news coming out and information coming out that's new and that can be helpful. So yeah, so put it out there. What do you want to know about? Let me do this real quick. Go to the tight orb so I don't miss anything. Yeah, Mars exactly squaring Chiron. We talked about that yesterday. This is about, again, just going forward in ways that bring in security. You trust your intuition, and your intuition will be teaching you new ways to not abandon yourself, but belong to yourself. New ways to be independent, but not be impulsive. New ways to trust your instincts. There's a lot of intuitive, instinctual energy between Cancer and Aries. Sometimes with Aries, it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Sometimes with Cancer, it's going sideways, back and forth, but eventually we go forward, and it's very helpful to have the Moon in Capricorn to do that. So, but we do have that exact trine to the South Node and the Moon, so this morning is really good for getting things together in divine order and creating an easier life. Maybe there's scheduling going on this morning that's helpful for the rest of the week. And yeah, then the Moon trining that 3 degree orb there, through about almost 3.5 degrees from Pluto over to the Sun, which will be even on the other side. That's still going to be that sextile there, and that does bring through that opportunity. So thinking about ways to be more independent will bring you that power. And then networking. Aquarius is so good. Remember, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Uranus rules the internet. It's really good for networking. And large groups, Aquarian energy has to do with groups devoted to humanity. So, yeah. Okay, well, that's it for today. Take good care as always. Bye.